So Carmen has finally spoken out about this whole situation with her allegedly sharing the same hotel room as Corey. Now, as I stated previously, a lot of people were stating that Carmen and Corey were actually not sharing a room, that Corey actually booked that room on his own to make it look like he was in a room with Carmen. Now, Carmen did speak out about this on her recent video on YouTube. I'm going to briefly break down what was stated by Carmen. Now, she started off by stating that people are thinking that she's back in a relationship with Corey because Corey has been trolling everyone, stating that they are back together, and that since she's not speaking on it, it's making it seem like she's guilty of actually getting back with Corey when she would never stoop that low. Now, then she went into detail on this whole hotel situation. Now, this is what Carmen stated. Now, apparently Carmen was in the hotel with people from her management team, and an old bodyguard walked up, or supposed to be bodyguard, walked up and actually spoke to Carmen. Now, at this point, Carmen could see the guy off on the phone, going around the corner, talking to someone. She thinks that he was talking to Corey. So then she states later on that day, she actually saw Corey in the hotel lobby. Now, mind you, Corey was in Alabama. Alabama is only 2 hours away from Atlanta. Now, Carmen stated this in her video, and she did turn off the comments on that video because people were not actually believing what Carmen was stating. They were saying that the story isn't adding up. Now, on TikTok, people were stating Carmen lying, she effing with ugly again. Someone else states, I don't know what to believe. Again, I'm confused. Someone else says, girl, stop lying. The story isn't adding up. Now, a lot of people are confused, but Corey went on to Instagram again today after he decided to go out to Houston just to get a haircut. And this is what he had to say.
I mean, it's only right that I get on here and really just address my supporters, you know? Hey, I'm gonna say this, man, you know, I fuck with y'all the long way. I love y'all, you know? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I run this shit like this is my turf. So I got to get these haters what they asking for, you know what I'm saying? I got to get them entertainment. I got to keep them watching. I got to keep them focused. Because at the end of the day, the real ones is going to be here. Shout out to y'all once again. But yeah, you know.
Now, Corey has not stated that he was in that hotel room with Carmen. He's just posting little subliminals. So at this point, I'm confused as well. I don't know what to believe, if Carmen is telling the truth or not. But Michi's cousin Prime did make a valid statement. If they were actually in that same room together, wouldn't Corey have posted a photo or video of Carmen actually in the room and not just him in the room?
Could be photoshopped like a motherfucker, y'all. I'm gonna just go ahead and keep it a buck. He probably did book a room in the same hotel, cool this and the third, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they was in the same room, because if y'all already know, like, if they was in the same room together, he would have definitely got a pic of her in the room for real off guard. Like, on some, like, yeah, like, I'm with my bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he would have did that. Like, I think this is, like, either A, photoshopped, or B, he done got a room in the same hotel, which is probably the case, and then photoshopped the bag. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be doing a lot of shit, bro. I don't know. I'm not no oblivious ass nigga, and I ain't no fool. You know, I keep it real. I keep it chill with y'all on this shit every time, and I keep it street, bro. I ain't no fool, bro. I genuinely don't think they was in the same room together. Like, even if that's the bag or whatever the case, I don't think they was in the same room together. I ain't gonna hold you, and I ain't just taking sides on none of that shit. I don't believe that they was in the same room. I just think bro just trolling to the maximum. He liked the attention that's, you know, like, he liked the attention. Like, he know what he doing. He posting her every other day and stuff like that, from what it seems to be. So, it's not far-fetched that a nigga would use Photoshop to make it seem like he in the same shower room or same bathroom, whatever the case may be. I'm just keeping it real.
So you guys leave your opinions on this situation down in the comment section below. If you guys did check out Carmen's video, did you feel like she was telling the truth in that video? Again, she did turn those comments off because people were coming for her. They weren't believing her. They were stating that things aren't making sense. But again, what Prime stated did make a lot of sense. Like, why didn't Corey post any photos of Carmen actually with him? But then again, knowing Corey, he could be holding off on posting those photos or videos if he do have them. But again, I want your opinions down below. Are you guys believing Carmen? You going with Corey on this one? But let's move on to this next topic with Aaliyah's Face. Now, if you guys have been keeping up with her vlogs, she recently posted a video that she is living in London, sorta. Now, people were quite confused on who she was actually in London with, especially after she stated she's kind of been there since December.
Lavender flavored. We got this at like a market.
Now, if you guys remember, Aaliyah has been very secretive about who she's been dating. Now, her ex-boyfriend came out before and exposed her for actually dating this married guy that was in Atlanta. But it seems like she broke things off with him and she has moved on to a new London boo. Now, London boo is allegedly a lawyer and he also flies planes.
UK weather's been crazy and also I've been traveling a lot. But excited to be back at the airfield today. Back in the skies, even though the cloud cover is still horrible. It's still a grim day, but it's high enough at 1,200 feet, just about to do some circuits. Today we're doing a little flight in Charlie. Excited to be back in the air and dust off these cobwebs. First flight of 2024. Let's go.